All right, we've reached the weekend, and or I guess so. Yeah, it's Friday. It's after work. It's the weekend. It counts, right? Um, Voice is still a little rough. Still getting over that cold or whatever's going on. I don't think it's allergies. I think it's an actual cold. I'm feeling kind of worn down. So let's just get right to it. Next entry is feel the fear. This is what life feels like. It's an interesting one. This is definitely something that I have dealt with my whole life. I let fear, or I used to. I think over time it's been getting a little bit easier and better, but I used to let fear have the steering wheel for most of my life. Allow it to make decisions for me, allow it to prevent me from doing things. There might be times where perhaps I want to go to an event, or I want to meet up with somebody, or I'm going to do a presentation. And in the past, for sure, I would allow the fear to overcome and maybe come up with an excuse not to do that thing or not to take the challenge or whatever the case may be. And that's a shame, because that prevents you from growing, or prevented me from growing back then. Now, not to say that I'm fearless. I'm definitely not. I've got a lot of things that I still need to work on. But the thing that I've noticed over time is that when you do embrace the fear and you kind of run with it, a couple of things happen. One, you notice that the thing you were scared of wasn't that frightening to begin with. For example, when I've had to do presentations or do public speaking, I'll have a lot of initial fear, a lot of what if thinking, a lot of stories playing through my head. And then when I go and actually do the presentation, it's not a big deal at all. In fact, it's usually quite fun. When I'm in the middle of it, the energy is really positive, really good. And afterwards, I'm always really excited. I'm happy that I did it, and I grow a little bit. So that's always a great thing. So embrace the fear, run with it. So that's definitely, I think I said that there were a couple pieces there. Oh yeah. So usually the fear is not quite what reality has in store for you. It's usually a much simpler or much easier than you're anticipating. It's usually the fear leading up to something is probably the greatest moment, the greatest amount of energy. And then when you actually do the thing, it's not that tough. I once heard, I thought it was maybe Will Smith or Jim Carrey, I can't remember, an interview a long time ago on this topic where the person was talking about going to jump out of a plane for the first time, do some skydiving. And the amount of fear leading up to that moment was so intense, so great, so high, which is very odd because there's nothing dangerous leading up to that situation. The danger is actually taking that leap. And so we build up a lot of this energy before the actual scary thing happens. And when this person took the leap, it wasn't a big deal. It was super fun. It was, very beautiful to be able to see the city, wherever they were jumping from up high, and be able to have that panoramic view. And it was tranquil and kind of cathartic. At least that's what the person was saying. So it is interesting. We build up a lot of fear for something that isn't necessarily a big deal. And the second piece to that is that that's what life's all about. Life, when you want to feel alive and you want to feel connected and present and in the moment, embrace the fear. Because when we get in our heads and start thinking about all the possibilities, all the what ifs, all the negative stuff, we're coming out of the moment. We're no longer connected with the world around us. And it's really in that moment of doing the thing, doing the action, that we're the most connected and we're the most alive in the world. So, lesson to myself and a lesson to the folks out there: when you're feeling that fear, just embrace it. Know that you're on the right path. Being uncomfortable is good. It always means that you're expanding your comfort zone. That's always a great thing. All right, till next time, peace.